Thank you so much for coming today to the soft launch of MAMC Wellbeing Cafe and the screening of the engagement phase with mental health. Our findings are that there is lack of awareness and a gap regarding the engagement of the BAME community, and at the same time lack of engagement by the BAME community itself. So I believe responsibility lies on both sides. We need to engage BAME community at policy and strategic level to support services and organizations to be more confident in meeting the language and cultural needs of the community. We need to develop the appropriate resources and recruit and train bilingual staff to support the need. Our MAMC Wellbeing Cafe is a new initiative based on evaluation, evidence from our previous programs engaging people living with dementia, their carers, and people of all ages living with mental health challenges. Through our program delivery, we have identified a need to move away from traditional mental health day services to a wellbeing brokerage model that is available to whole communities, encourages peer support and progression into training and volunteering. MAMC Wellbeing Cafe will provide an excellent community resource and weekly interactive intervention projects, boost self-esteem and encourage families to take more responsibility for the care that will contribute to a positive social and health change. This will also inevitably help to support people's well-being and provide a service after hospital treatment to get back into the community.
There's a lack of Asian communities taking advantages of the services, and I think that's down really for one reason, I think, because the culture of the Asian communities is to look after their aged ones as they get older, and sadly I think sometimes the carers need some respite care. So I think what this will do will educate the community as a whole and hopefully take advantages of what Rochdale Council and organisations just as this can offer, and it's really important. And I think one of the other important things that's come out for me this morning is the recognition that we are now talking about mental health. It always used to be a stigma. No one wanted to talk about mental health. I remember my mother 17 years ago was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and the help then was very, very poor. We've improved, I'm so pleased to hear, over the years and since the present day what we are now offering within our communities. I am so pleased to see what Mohammed and his workers are actually putting together on behalf of the Rochdale Council and this community in particular. Thank you so much for the invite, and I wish you every success, sir.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Chris Duffy. I'm a GP in Haywood, and I'm chair, as has been said, of the Haywood Middleton Rochdale Clinical Commissioning Group. But also in HMR, we're very proud of our social investment fund that we started about 3 years ago, which is how we can try and support local projects, so to support the voluntary and the third sector organisation. With not huge amounts of money, but we did realise fairly early on, for small amounts of money you can get a fantastic return. And it was just one simple project we funded 3 years ago, and it's enabled the organisation to continue going, to expand, to provide all these things. And every time I see these videos, there's more and more and more things going on. And this is a start. Dementia management, dementia awareness is an awful lot better than it was, but it's got an awful long way to go before it catches up with mainstream physical illnesses and physical conditions that are deemed acceptable. We've started, we're pushing it a long way. Mohammed, his team, the others doing similar work across that are helping break down those barriers and helping people get the care that they need. Long may it continue.
Every time you come, there's more and more available in this centre. It's a really lively centre full of services for people. It's great from a Link for Life perspective to be supporting an organisation that's working with so many people in the community and doing such great work. And from my point of view as Head of Culture, Health and Participation, it's really great to see culture and media and the arts being used in a really positive way to affect outcomes across health and well-being. So it's great work. We're really proud to be supporting you, and good luck with it.
It's really, really good to see the work that's actually happening here and the sheer variety and the involvement. From an adult social care perspective, I think it's really, really critical that there is things that people can access within their local community, and especially in relation to supporting people with dementia. I think the things that we're talking about today are a key foundation on which to build for the future, really.
We do use this group. I'm very pleased to say that we are so comfortable in here. We started a knitting club. Again, it does go with the well-being, because it's not only a hobby, it's a stress releasing. So when server offered me to say you can use this place, it's newly done, and blah blah blah, I jumped to it. And I'm glad he makes us feel comfortable, and we feel comfortable, we feel like we're at home. It needs awareness for any illness, and especially for dementia. Cancer, you can hear it, people get treatment and etc. You see it. Some of the illness, you can see it from them. But the illness of mental health, you don't see it. People around them can judge it, but you don't see it yourself. Yes, that exists. The other person doesn't know you've got that disease. Wish you good luck, and we will be standing by you whenever you need us. May and my Pakiza group.
We are from Rochdale Gateway Leisure. We are an organisation that support people with learning disabilities. We've been lucky enough in the past to access the music therapy session from Mohammed, and some of the things that our service users gained from using them sessions were confidence, self-esteem, enjoyment. They had the best fun ever. You know, if you'd have seen some of the guys, they were, you know, just having the best time ever. Some of the things, you know, that we're hoping to get from, you know, using the cafe, people with learning disabilities have very limited circles of friends, so we're hoping that we're going to be able to use the cafe as a way to build up friendships, relationships. For people within our service have recently, which is new for us as well, been diagnosed with dementia, so we're hoping to gain, you know, knowledge and information for our service users and staff, you know, to be able to work in a positive way for the people that we support.
Hi everyone, my name is Carlos Schröder. I work for the NEAPS program. So to us, it's really great to support an organization like MAMC, because when you give out grants like we do, we work with community groups, and our agenda is to bring people of different faiths and communities together so that they improve their communities. Now, how do you bring people of different faiths and communities together is a good question, because the way you do that is so diverse. And one of those very good examples is to actually say, what about mental health? Who else is suffering from mental health? What are the issues around mental health? And actually that doesn't really matter which faith you're from, it affects all of us. And what you do by doing this is you bring people together, you address an issue that is in our community, but you also actually address issues around community cohesion and good relationships in the community.
Hello, I'm Sue Clark, Alzheimer's Society Operations Manager for Greater Manchester. It's been fantastic to be here in Rochdale today at the MAMC for the launch of their Wellbeing Cafe for people with dementia and mental health problems. We've also launched the resources for memory boxes, and the things we can see behind us on the table today are things that people will remember from their earlier years and childhood perhaps. So they are things that for people with dementia who has short-term memory loss, the longer term remains, and therefore people are able to recognise these items, and it gives a fantastic opportunity then for people to start conversations, to reduce social isolation, and for people to become connect with people again and to talk about things that have got a joint interest. It's been a fantastic event. We've had lots of people here today, and I'd just like to lend my support and to let you know that the resources behind us are available to be loaned out across Greater Manchester, and the Wellbeing Cafe is available to people of Rochdale.